Welcome back to G Fun Facts Online, the channel where we dive deep into the amazing world of science and technology. Today we're tackling a huge problem: the rise of superbugs, those nasty bacteria that are becoming resistant to our best antibiotics. It's a serious challenge, but scientists are fighting back, and they're looking to a very unexpected place for inspiration: insects. Get ready to learn about Resilin-Mimetic Antibacterial coatings. It sounds like a mouthful, but it's a fascinating new weapon in the war against infections. So what's this amazing insect stuff? It's a protein called resilin. Think of it as nature's perfect spring. You know how fleas can jump incredible distances, hundreds of times their own body length? That's resilin at work. It's also what allows insects to beat their wings super fast and helps cicadas make their distinct sounds. Resilin is incredibly elastic, meaning it can stretch way out and snap right back into shape without losing energy. It's also super durable, lasting an insect's entire lifetime through millions of stretches and contractions. Pretty cool, right? This makes it a hot topic for scientists looking to create new materials. Now, resilin mimetic simply means materials that are designed to mimic natural resilin. Scientists can create synthetic versions, often called resilin-mimetic polypeptides, or RMPs. The beauty of this is that they can tweak these synthetic versions for specific jobs, taking advantage of resilin's amazing elasticity and the fact that it's generally safe for biological systems. It's biocompatible. The aim is to make materials that are not just flexible and tough, but also non-toxic and kinder to the environment, especially when you compare them to some older antibacterial methods, like using silver nanoparticles. Why all this fuss about antibacterial coatings? Well, these coatings are designed to stop bacteria from growing on surfaces, or even kill them. This is super important in hospitals, food packaging, and even textiles. The big problem we're facing is antibiotic resistance. Our drugs just aren't working as well as they used to. Plus, healthcare-associated infections, or HAIs, are a major concern. Many of these infections are caused by biofilms. Imagine bacteria forming a little city, encased in a protective slime, stuck onto things like medical implants, catheters, or wound dressings. These biofilms are really tough to get rid of and can cause serious problems. This is where things get really exciting, combining resilin's springy properties with antibacterial power. Researchers, particularly a team from RMIT University in Melbourne, Australia, have been doing some amazing work. They've shown that coatings based on resilin mimics can create smart surfaces that are incredibly good at preventing bacteria from sticking around and forming those nasty biofilms. In fact, their research, which is reportedly the first of its kind, showed that some resilin-based coatings were 100% effective at stopping E. coli, a common cause of those HAIs, from attaching. And here's a huge bonus: these coatings were found to be non-toxic to human cells. That's absolutely critical for anything used in medicine. So how do these wonder coatings actually fight off bacteria? There are a few cool mechanisms at play. First, they're great at preventing adhesion, which scientists call anti-fouling. The unique surface created by the resilin mimetic material, especially when it's made of tiny nano-sized droplets called coacervates, makes it really hard for bacteria to even get a grip. These coacervates are basically resilin proteins clumping together in water to form the coating. Second, and this is a big one, they can cause mechanical disruption to bacteria. Imagine the coating physically damaging the bacteria. This physical attack is important because it might stop bacteria from developing resistance, which is what happens with many chemical antibiotics. The coating uses electrostatic forces to mess with the bacteria's outer membrane, causing it to leak and eventually die. Third, they're biocompatible. Natural resilin is friendly to living tissue, and these mimetic coatings, being protein-based, are expected to reduce the risk of bad reactions in our bodies. This makes them much safer for medical implants and also more environmentally friendly than some alternatives. And finally, they are tunable. These resilin mimetic proteins can be designed to respond to their environment, opening up possibilities for coatings with very specific, tailored functions. How do scientists actually make these? They often use recombinant DNA technology to produce these resilin-like polypeptides, or RLPs. These RLPs can then be turned into coatings, like those effective coacervate nanodroplets we talked about. And the potential uses? They're huge. The biggest focus is on medical devices. Think coatings for surgical tools, medical implants like hip or knee replacements, catheters, and wound dressings. If we can stop infections on these devices, it would be a massive win for patients and healthcare. Beyond implants, they could be used on general hospital surfaces to cut down on the spread of HAIs. And while medical uses are the main goal right now, these materials are so flexible, durable, and biocompatible, they might eventually show up in things like food packaging to stop spoilage, or even in flexible electronics. So, to quickly recap the awesome advantages. 1. They're really good at repelling bacteria, some even blocking attachment completely. 2. There's a reduced risk of bacteria developing resistance because of that mechanical disruption. 3. They're biocompatible, meaning safe for us, and kinder to the planet. 4. They inherit that fantastic durability and flexibility from natural resilin. And 5. Their properties can be tuned and engineered for specific needs. Now, as exciting as all this is, there are still some hurdles to overcome before these coatings are everywhere. Scientists need to check if they work against a wider range of nasty bacteria, not just E. coli. We're talking about tough bugs like MRSA. We also need to be sure about their long-term stability and how well they hold up inside the human body over time. Then there's the challenge of scaling up production to make them affordable and widely available. And of course, for medical uses, they'll need to go through rigorous testing and get regulatory approval. Future research is also looking at making them even more powerful, maybe by adding other antimicrobial bits to them, or even designing them to be self-cleaning so dead bacteria don't pile up. But despite these challenges, Resilin-Mimetic antibacterial coatings are a massive leap forward. By cleverly copying a trick from insects, scientists are creating smart surfaces that can actively fight off dangerous bacteria. The early results are incredibly promising. These bio-inspired coatings give us a peek into a future with safer medical implants, cleaner hospitals, and a real chance to push back against antibiotic resistance. All thanks to looking at the amazing designs nature has already perfected. That's all for this episode of G Fun Facts Online. I hope you found this as fascinating as I did. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into the wonders of science. See you next time.